Hey guys. I'm gonna eat my mashed potatoes until someone shows up. Hello. Who's here? Make sure you guys introduce yourself when you come in. And they left. Hey guys. We'll get started in just a second. And if you see me look down, it's because I'm eating my mashed potatoes. I haven't eaten. And if you have any questions, let me know so I can make sure I answer them today. We'll get started in a little bit. Let's see. Hello. Hi, how are you? Is it Nadette? Nadette? Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. I saw your message. Did you say that you got samples or something? Or samples on the way? Forgot what you said, but I did see it. Let's see. Oh, your samples are in production. Hello. Nadette. Okay, perfect. What kind of jewelry line are you starting? Awesome. What kind of jewelry is it? Where are my analytics? Okay. We'll get started and give it like another minute. I'm starting with rings and move on to necklace pendants and goes well. Oh, yeah, it will. Rings, I like that I started with rings. The only frustration is if they're not like adjustable, people are very particular, or everyone has a different ring size. So that's the only thing. So make sure you come up with a good return structure just in case, because you'll figure it out as you go on. But some rings fit too small, some rings you can size up. Let's see. So I started with 3 items. It was one ring, it was one ring, but it was 3 different ways. And I did fine. But I mean, it just depends on what you feel comfortable with. I would say have at least like 3 to 5 items. And sorry guys, I'm eating my mashed potatoes. But yeah, start with at least 3 to 5. I started with 3. All right, So let's get started. So it's June 21st. So when I did May's review, my goal was $4,000. You'll figure it out. So in May, I told you guys my goal was $5,000. In May, I made 4,000, and so here it is, June 22nd, and so let's see. I want to say I'm just below 4,000. And I want to say that because I had a few in my number. I want to discount some of the one-on-ones that are in my numbers. So I would say right now I'm probably at about, I've exceeded 4,000 in jewelry sale, or I've exceeded 4,000 for my brand, but in jewelry sales alone, I think I'm around 3,800 for this month. So let me try to get my dashboard on Shopify so you guys, oh, actually I can pull it up here and show you guys my computer. So let's see, June to the 22nd. All right. Show you my dashboard. Apply. All right. Let's see if I can turn my screen. So I made that mark for the month of June. I reached my goal, but it wasn't my goal in jewelry sales. So I want that number to reflect jewelry sales, just so you all get a better idea. And so when I hit 4,000 last month, I had done a pre-sale, and that turned out, it worked really well. But this month for June, I didn't start selling jewelry again until maybe the 15th. So no, maybe the 10th. So this $4,000, let me go week to week, because I did not have any jewelry. I had a few things in stock, but I didn't really have much in stock. Let's see the first week. Yeah, the first week of June, I only made $244. Second week, the 7th through the 13th. Okay, yeah, the 7th. So I think I got my jewelry on the 10th. So I got my jewelry on the 10th. So the 7th through the 13th is when I restocked, and I told my customers that I restocked. I did not do a pre-sale this month. I made $1,600. The 14th through the 20th, which was last week, I made $2,000 last week. My best-selling rings were "You Are Enough," "God Is With You," and "She Can Do All Things." And then also, I actually did something. I sold 10 of these, and I'm going to tell you what you can do. Give me 1 second. So what is this? This is $200 in just items that did not work. So I designed cuffs, right? And the cuffs, they're pretty, but this is what happens sometimes when you don't get your designs right. So the cuff is pretty, but it is just way too thick. And then the sizing does not fit everyone. I have small wrists, and I have small wrists, so they fit me, but I know that it would not fit the majority of my customers. So what I did was I said, hey guys, this is a design that did not work, but I'm gonna list this set on the site for $20. And if you want it, you can have it. And I told them it is very small and it is very thick. And then people just went to the site and bought it. So even if some stuff does not work, you can always be upfront with them and say, hey guys, this isn't a product that I want to release right now, but you guys can have my samples. And so I sold 10 of these cuffs at $20. So that's an extra $200 right there. And then I released new rings. People were excited about the new rings. I did have a wholesale order. So I sold 20 rings to this one girl with a shop in Georgia. So I did that. And what else did I do this month? I don't have one right now. I've ran out. I had to reorder it. But on my marketing on the postcard, on the postcard, I actually gave customers a discount code. And let me go to the discount codes. I noticed that, so thank you, 15 off. So my discount code was used 7 times. So that was another thing, is I guess it was an incentive to get people to buy more. So, hey guys. So I did do a discount code. I did not do a pre-sale, but I added new products. And then I had a product that did not work, but I sold that product at a discounted rate. So those are just some of the things that I did for the month of June. How much did it cost to start with your rings? I put in about $350 for the rings. I think I ordered like 120, I want to say 120 for like $350. And that's what I started with. So I didn't reach my goal of 5,000, but it's still the 22nd. And so I'm noticing that 4,000 is my average right now. So, I mean, an extra $4,000 isn't bad at all. Not at all for a side job. I mean, but that does not account, does not account for shipping. So you could take away like, what is it, like $350 for shipping? Yes. I made I made a little bit over 4,000 last month. I'm at the $4,000 mark here. And my expenses are shipping. The Shopify subscription is $29. I did have to buy ink this month. That was $35. Packaging is, I get my packaging at Proline, so I save there. Did I buy labels this month? Yeah, I did buy labels this month. And then my boxes, where's my boxes? My boxes, I get 100 of those for like $75. I get these. I get these for $75. I think I'm gonna switch up my my packaging next month though. So I did have to place an order of those. They are not from Alibaba. They are from a US company called Pressbox. Yeah, I got my packaging from the States. It only takes them a week. So, oh, I got 100 of these boxes for $75. And then I got smaller boxes to go with them. So altogether, 100 plus 3 dozen small boxes plus the cost of UPS shipping. I paid like $130 for all of that together for my packaging. And then I put rings in Mylar bags. Hey, I put my rings in Mylar bags, but those are really cheap from Amazon. So those are kind of the expenses that I had, but yeah, so this month, so I'm at least consistent. So 4,000, so I got to figure out for July how to get to 5,000. So that's the goal. Um, and then the good thing is, so 4,000, but I still have a lot of product left in stock. So I have tons of products. Sorry, it's so messy, but I still have tons of products left in stock. So this time I made 4,000 and I didn't sell out right away because I told you last month that I had spent $800 in more products. So $4,000 plus all of that left looks like, or all of that product plus what I've already sold. I spent $800 in that restock. This coming restock for July, my inventory costs $1,600. So I'm not really pocketing any of this $4,000 because it's all going towards my July. And the only reason why I'm spending so much money is because I'm trying to grow, and I'm trying to figure out how to grow with more. So I want to fill my store up, and yeah, I just want to fill my store up. And so I don't know. Are there any questions so far? Kind of give you the rundown for June. Oh, you finally caught the live. Yeah, you said, yeah, okay, answered that one. So yeah, so $1,600 worth of product is a little nerve-wracking, but it's gonna be good because I've told my customers what's coming and they seem excited. What size boxes were my small boxes? I'm gonna go to my email, just give me 1 second. Let me put my phone on. I don't pay myself yet. I am reinvesting this money until I really want to hit $5,000 in sales. So I'm not paying myself yet. I'm waiting to, when I know, if I get to $8,000 in sales, that's when I'll start paying myself. I'm just trying to reinvest everything that I make right now. If I had to give an estimate, how much would you say? So I answered this question on one of my one-on-one calls. I would say about, so I had a lot of samples that went wrong. Then I had my my product come in, plus packaging, packaging my logo, getting Shopify up and running. I would say I spent about $1,200. I would say you're gonna spend a good $800 if you. I wish I would have spent like $800. Some things that I didn't even need, but I thought I did, but you don't really need it. I think you should expect to spend at least like $800. But I spent around $1,200. I'm not gonna lie. Once I got everything up and running. Can you haggle? You used to. Like, it used to be, I don't know if the cost of goods have gone up as far as like manufacturing in China, because you could negotiate, but now like when I when I talk to my lady, I'm like, why so expensive? And she's like, the cost of goods have gone up here. So some places you can, I think they're cracking down though, because I'm not sure what's going on. I probably should research it. But some of this stuff is going up in China, so that's why it's making it difficult to haggle. But you can get better prices if you buy more product. So, you know. Somebody asked what the package size was, though. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you. Let's see. So I bought a scale from Amazon. I don't know if you can see it in the corner. Yeah, I don't use that at all. Um, I bought some charms off of Etsy that I was not able to use. I thought I was going to be making necklaces, so I was buying jump rings and stuff off of Etsy that I didn't use. Yes, I will save this live. I have two different vendors, one for my stainless steel products and one for my sterling silver products. So my stainless steel vendor does nothing but stainless steel, and they do it well. So anything that I want in stainless steel, I go straight to them. So rings, chains, earrings. Now my sterling silver vendor, they do like they do cubic zirconia jewelry like super well. And I don't like brass, brass stuff. So I use them for, I use my sterling silver vendor to do stuff that have like stones. So I did these. This was a new product this month. And then these ear huggies. These are, so my stainless steel vendor did these hoops. And I love these hoops. But my sterling silver vendor did these ear cuffs. Or the ear cuffs, and they did these huggies. And the huggies sold pretty well. And the hoops, I think, once people started seeing my other customers wear the hoops, that's when my other customers started doing. So then these ear huggies, these sold pretty well this month too. So yeah, so I use a stainless steel vendor, and then I use one for strictly sterling silver, and they do stones like super well. Where's my, I need to wipe off my screen because I see all those comments coming through. Hold on one second, guys. Just use this really quick. That didn't help. Oh well. Let's see. What other comments do we have? Thank you. So, sterling silver. I thought I put this on silent. Sterling silver and stainless steel are good in their own rights, you know. Sterling silver is just like, it's just the better metal. It's the pricier metal. It does tarnish, but it sparkles like no other. And then stainless steel is just very durable, it's water resistant. It does not tarnish at all. Like, you don't have to worry about like, you don't have to worry about too much. You can just let it be. And it's the only thing you'd have to worry about with stainless steel is like eventually the plating's gonna wear off, and then you're gonna get like a silver ring. But it's just very durable. So I like both. I just do not like brass, and I don't like alloys. Sorry guys. It's like all at one time. Y'all ask questions. Okay. Okay, we did that one. So I've never bought custom packaging on Alibaba. Only the jewelry. And I honestly would say to buy if it's not like a pouch, I would not buy your packaging from Alibaba, only because your shipping charge, if my jewelry is shipping from China to here for like, I think last month I paid like $90 in shipping just for shipping jewelry. I couldn't imagine if I tried to grow my business and I'm trying to ship packaging from China. So if you're shipping boxes, I'm not at the level right now to where I want to pay that much in shipping charges. So I would get your packaging from the country that you live in. because I only pay like $30 shipping my packaging here in the US. That's just mine. So I don't have any experience with shipping packaging from Alibaba, but I know it's probably super expensive. You have to research the metals. So stainless steel is water resistant just because of the metal. So research your metals because copper is not water resistant. Alloys are not water resistant. So research the base metal and then you'll know whether or not the metal is water resistant. Let's see. They're both great quality, just great in their own rights. Can you help with logo tag? My product comes out great, but the tags are a mess. So I had that issue too. What do you mean by a mess? So one place that did my logo tag, the engraving just was not deep. The next place I did my logo tag, the engraving was deep, and so it just looked cleaner and it looked better. So what do you mean by a mess? How did it come out? Let's see. And if you wanna, if you wanna send me a DM of the logo tag, and I can probably send it to my personal Instagram or send it to my business Instagram, and I'll look at it. But struggling to gain followers on Instagram organically. I have 60. Is it too early? No. Girl, you better do Instagram ads with your 60 followers. Just pick a picture or a video that got you the most engagement. And when I say engagement, I mean comments and likes. So use that, start there, and then use that as an Instagram ad. If you don't have Shopify, you can promote it. But if you do have Shopify, I would go into Facebook, build yourself a Facebook page for your business. Make sure your Shopify pixels have loaded into the Facebook page and then run your ads that way. But if you don't have a Shopify, promote it, but use the picture that has the most engagement. And then in your caption, you need to make sure, don't just like sell your jewelry, make sure whatever you're writing connects to whoever's gonna read it. So edit that, because once you submit your ad for review, you cannot edit the Instagram ad. Yeah, they did that to me too. So just ask them for a deeper engraving. So I was looking at a small dust bag pouch for packaging, and the vendor told me the samples were free, but to ship one. Yep. Yeah. So if one pouch is $30, can you imagine how much money 100 pouches is gonna be? I'm just like, nah. So me personally, I ship from my own country. I think it might be worth it, like if I start doing like hundreds of units, and then I can get my shipping on like a boat or something, and then it's like not, but I don't even think I'd probably do that. I think I would still stick to local shipping as far as packaging. Etsy has some really good packaging. I wanted to do a webinar on inexpensive packaging because I found a lot of great ideas. I'm still, that was just an idea in my head though. So, okay, let me go back up to see if I missed anything. Yeah, okay, so 60 followers is not too early. That's the perfect time. I did an Instagram ad with 4 followers, so you're better than me. Besides increasing your inventory, are there any other strategies you modified or implemented this month that got you 4,000 quicker? I did get 4,000 quicker. So let me go back into my analytics. Hold on one second. I had products that they hadn't seen yet. The God is with you product, I think that one resonated with my following. Because my best-selling ring didn't even really do all that well. My She Can Do All Things ring didn't sell as much as my God Is With You ring did. And surprisingly, an older ring did really well. Oh, I had an older ring that that was the wholesale order, sorry. But the God Is With You ring did really well. That was brand new. Another thing is I did do Instagram ads for one weekend and I included Canada. So I had some new followers now from Canada. Shipping internationally was annoying. I'm gonna bite my mashed potatoes, guys. Hold on one second. My average order value went up. Let's see what it was last month. So my average order value this month was $29. Let's see what it was last month. My average order value last month was $25. So that's good. Let's see. Let me go back to June. What else did I do last month? Yeah, last month I made 4,200. This month I'm at 4,100 this month. Yeah. Yeah, my average order value went up. My returning customer rate is at 26.24%. So my returning customer rate went up 117% compared to May. That's crazy. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. This is for the month now. I was just doing for this week. So my She Can Do All Things ring did do the best, but the God Is With You ring sold a lot. Let's see. And most of my sales are from Instagram. All right, so let me go back. Let's look at these questions. Yes, my guide does have a written template for vendors. While you're sampling phase, is that when you purchase your packaging, business? Let me go back to that. No, I did, when I was sampling, I spent all of my money on sampling. But the whole time I was researching what I wanted to do for packaging. And then after I got my samples, I did packaging. When I was ready to launch, that's when I bought my Shopify, because Shopify charges you. And so I didn't have any packages. That's why I didn't buy my Shopify. Yeah, I saw a lot of, for my packaging, I think I told you, I had just gotten white boxes like this. And then I had gotten a ribbon, 40 yards of ribbon from Etsy. And my followers loved my packaging from Etsy. Let me take this off now. Put my other earring back in because I look crazy. But they liked my packaging from Etsy. So just really cute branded ribbon from Etsy will go a long way. You don't even have to like order your packaging from Alibaba, because that ribbon was huge and it lasted me months, and it was like $40. Yes, I will look. What was that place called? It was called, What was the ribbon called? Finer Ribbon on Etsy. FINERRIBBON, and it's all one word. And they're in Canada. And it was 100 yards. So I got 100 yards, 100 yards personalized ribbon. Most vendors keep saying I shouldn't wear the jewelry daily. Well, what material is it? And I don't suggest people wearing these, daily and underwater. But if they do it, every now and again, like this ring, I know I can wash my hands with this ring on. The only thing is, after time, if I continue, it'll lose its like shine, and it's still a metal. It's and it's plated. So after a while, the plating can go, and I tell people that, but it's not going to turn green, and it's not going to, it's not going to fade. Like, if you got like a ring or something from Forever 21 or H&M, not to get that wet, because it's going to turn green. Or like copper, I think, turns red, and the alloys turn like green or something. So if they're telling you that, you need to figure out why and what the base metal is, because that's most likely why they're telling you not to get it wet. But if it's stainless steel, you can get it wet. Did you do your own product photography online? Oh, that's another thing, guys. I invested in a camera this month. So hold on. So I do not use product photography because I don't use I've designed all of my own pieces, so they don't have product photography for what I sell. But I did invest in a camera this month. So I got a Nikon D5600. And so if you go on my Instagram page, my photography has stepped up a notch. And so that's one thing. Yes, stainless steel is already water resistant. So, but if they're telling you not to get your products wet, I'm just curious why and what metal it is, because depending on the metal, it will tarnish. Let's see. So no, the jewelry industry is not oversaturated. And here's why. Like, whatever you start is not going to be the same as what I start. And whatever I have is not going to be the same as the person over here has. So you might see a lot of the same items, but my followers, like, I've connected with them on one level because, they like bold gold jewelry, whatever. You might start your jewelry business and it might be because of something else. I think Instagram is all about connection. I sell most of my jewelry on Instagram, and I have a connection with my followers, but they might go to another jewelry page and they like it for some completely other reason. I don't think people get on jewelry like, oh, I'm going to buy a necklace today because, I want it. Like, I don't know. Like, so people resonate like with my story. So you just have to come up with your brand story to figure out why followers would follow you. So I wouldn't get discouraged because there's other people out here with other jewelry businesses. Look at the bread look at the bread business. Look at the water. There's tons of different companies who sell water, but they weren't like, oh, too many people sell water, so I'm not going to sell water. So you could say that with any business. I think since you're looking for jewelry brands, it might seem like there's a lot out there, but there really isn't. And your brand story is what's going to make you different and what's going to make people follow you. So let's see, what else do we have? We have this, and I'm okay. DXAB Send me your profile on Instagram and I'll take a look. Can you explain how to launch a product on social media? What's the shortest way to explain how to launch a product? It's a lot that goes into it, and you just have to know how to test everything. Because when you first start out, so in my ebook, I tell y'all the first thing that you need to do is figure out who your audience is. And the reason you have to figure out who your audience is because you want to know who to target. And I don't think that you guys you have to see your buyer in your mind. I saw my buyer because for me, I like minimal clothes but bold jewelry. I know that I like Sarah Jakes Roberts, but I like neo soul. You have to see your buyer. My buyer likes gold jewelry, essential pieces, and they like to layer it. So you have to see your buyer as you're designing your jewelry, because once you launch your jewelry, you have to know who you want to target. You have to see your buyer. And so when you get on Instagram, you start working with family and friends or people who have the same like-mindedness, I guess, or an influencer that is your buyer. And you have to choose people who kind of work with your price point. You have to, it's selling online is more psychological than people think. It's not oh, there's cute jewelry, I'm gonna get it. It's you have to like the brand, you have to like the aesthetic of the brand. Oh, that's my girl. I would wear something similar to that. A lot of people start posting pictures of just the jewelry. A buyer needs to see the jewelry on so they can see how they can style it. So it's not Etsy. Instagram is not Etsy. You don't just want flat lays of jewelry. You need to see how the jewelry's on. How could, the buyer stack this, this necklace, if I was trying to sell this necklace, I would find a bunch of other pieces that I would stack with it. I started doing these the hoops and the ear cuff combo. Then people started buying this together because they were like, oh, that's cute, I like that. So then they would buy the hoops and the ear cuff. So you have to know who your buyer is. And that is the only way that you could sell successfully on Instagram. Let's see. Yep. Are there any more questions? Guys, don't be discouraged. This is a lot of testing. It took me forever trying to figure out how to test. My Instagram ads, I didn't get it on the first time. I continue to test my Instagram ads. What does it look like on IG when you're looking for a customer? How do you I pinpointed my customers on ads, I pinpointed my Instagram customers through Instagram ads. So what works for me? I would say try both. So for me, Instagram ads works better. I haven't used influencers with huge communities, but my neighbor, she sells what is that called? Self tanner. And she uses Instagram influencers who have 70,000 followers, and she can make $3,000 in a day. So I mean, work with what you have. I use Instagram ads. That works for me. But now my business, I launched Instagram ads maybe once this weekend and once last weekend, but most of my sales were probably organic. And so this past week I made between $300 to $500 each day. So you kind of just need to work. So I think I can sell my jewelry better than an influencer can. So you just have to figure out what works for you. Instagram ads is a great way to figure it out. Influences are a great way to figure it out. Being present on social media is a great way. You guys, some of you guys weren't even here when I told y'all this, but these cuffs were products that didn't work out. So the cuff was just way too thick, and then I got the diameter wrong. So I told my customers, I said, hey guys, you know, sometimes I get jewelry designs wrong, and these cuffs, the sizes were wrong. So if you guys want it, I've listed it on the site. They do run small, and they're gonna be $20 for the set. I got 10 sales, so that's $200 for products that didn't even work out. So you just have to, like, you know, you figure it out as you go. So you have to figure out, I can give you a bunch of ideas of what could work, but only you and your brand will know what works eventually. So let's see. Alibaba shipping is more expensive shipping than the EU. Wait, Alibaba was more expensive shipping to the US and Australia. Now the shipping is. Oh yeah. So I think like Australia, something's going on with Australia's borders. I wanted something from Australia, and they were like telling us that yeah, something weird is going on in Australia. But it is. Let's see. It's very expensive. I believe that it probably doubled. You brought my ebook. Thank you. What other resources do you recommend for Instagram? I have very little experience with it. Excuse me, guys. I don't have COVID, I promise. I think I was just talking too much. I got excited. Play around with Instagram. I think that conversation might be a little bit too much for this live. Play around with Instagram. Make sure you have a business account for Instagram, because you can see all of your analytics. So I always look at what people look back at. What else do I look at? Oh, I use the question feature on Instagram often. Excuse me, guys. This is not cute. Oh my God. I use the polls and the questions features often to see what kind of products my customers want to see next. I show them what I'm working on. I give them a lot of behind the scenes. So my customers tend to feel like they have like input on what we bring out next. So they get excited each release I do. They're like, ooh, what's coming? What are you working on now? But yeah, Instagram, that's a little bit too much to go over in the live, but how often should I post on my... So that's another one. You have to figure out what's best for you. Me, honestly, I don't post a lot on my page, but I get tons and tons of engagement on my IG stories. So I make sure that I'm always posting on my IG stories. But you might get tons of engagement on your posts. So you just need to kind of do both to see which one works for you. But I can tell you for a fact, I get a lot of engagement on my IG stories. And then I'll put the stories. You know how they have the little highlights for IG stories? I put the, I categorize my highlights, and I put my former IG stories in my highlights often. Let's see. Okay, what if I don't want to design my own jewelry? I just want to sell it already made. That's fine. You can do that too. So for me personally, I just like to be different, and that's why I design my own. But I am, next week I am getting a few pieces that were already designed by my vendor, and I just put my little spin on it. So you can do whatever you want. It's your business. You guys have any more questions? Sorry, my throat is like doing crazy things right now. I'll answer some questions. And if you already didn't know, I do one-on-ones. So if your business is struggling, we can do like an Instagram audit type of thing and figure out what your next move should be. If you need guidance, I'm also here for guidance. Everything is on my resources page on my website. And we can work one-on-one. Let's see. Did I miss any questions, guys? I don't want to miss any questions. Let's just go back. Let's see. So I'm averaging around 4,000. That's what we're looking at right now. But every time I make that, I've been investing back. I'm putting into more product. This camera was an investment this month for product photography. So I've just been investing. So last month I made 4,000 off of $800 worth of jewelry. I have tons of jewelry still sitting in my cabinet that I can still sell. And then this past month for my July release, I spent $1,600 in inventory. So I have more products coming, new products coming. So I'm still trying to grow. My next goal is 5,000. How do the shipping labels work? Shipping labels prices work on Shopify. How much do you pay for shipping every time you ship a package, and how much do you charge customers? So I don't keep any of the shipping money. If it says that my customer is paying $2.93 for shipping, I charge them $2.93. In Shopify, let me see if I can do this without giving out personal information. Let's see. It's gonna have their information. I don't wanna. Okay. So let me try to turn my camera over. So right there, it says create shipping label, right? So hold on. So it says create shipping label. So I click create shipping label. And hold on one second. So it tells me that shipping is going to cost $2.93 and she paid $2.93. So I'm gonna click $2.93, and it says that, oh, it says that right here, I saved $1 using Shopify. So I'm just gonna buy the shipping label. And then, I just print. So for me, my products are under 5 pounds. So if your products are over 5 pounds, but they fit in that flat fee box, then use that. My stuff is under 5 pounds. So I don't need that flat fee box because then they would just be paying $2 more. They don't even need that big of a box. My mailers are my mailers are this big, and I can put my jewelry in here. Now, if I was selling clothes, if my clothes could fit in that $5 flat fee box, I would use that. But since my stuff is under 5 pounds, I don't need the flat fee box. So yeah, so like some people's and I use USPS, so some people's rate is $2.93 and some people's rate is $3.09. So that's how I do Shopify printing shipping labels. Let's see. Where did you get your? So I normally get my poly mailers from Proline, and that's a U.S. company. But they stopped selling the color that I like. So I picked up these nude poly mailers from Etsy, and they're cute. So it's like a nude, a blush nude. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Do you think I need a photographer to take pictures of my jewelry? If you know that photography is not your strong point, I would highly suggest you take pictures of the jewelry on people. Do not invest in a photographer to take flat lays of your jewelry, just flat lays. Invest in a photographer to take pictures of people in your jewelry. That's a good investment. Let's see, how many pieces? I started off with 3 pieces. How many do you recommend starting off with? Maybe 3 to 5. So shipping is not a flat rate on your site. It will yes, correct. It'll generate where the customer lives. Only because, and I do it that way because my jewelry is very light and very easy to mail. So I save the customer money that way than doing a flat rate. Oh, thank you. All right, guys, is there any more questions before I head out? Is the shipping label come with postage? Yes, the shipping label is the postage. So here, I don't know if I can show y'all without, I don't have one done. Because it has my address in. Yeah, well, I can hide this, hold on. So this is what it looks like. So that is the postage. I just drop it off in the USPS drop box. Just open the drop box and go from there. So let me see where. If you go to any of my videos, my link of resources is in the bio. Let me just make sure it's in my most recent video. And my ebook is there. You can schedule a one-on-one with me there. I think the only days I'm not free this week is tomorrow and Thursday. And that's tomorrow I'm flying to my boyfriend's. Thursday, I'm flying home to see my parents. But if you want to schedule a one-on-one with me, I would love to talk to you. We can go through what you've already done. We can give you steps for, you know, how to keep moving forward. Let's see. What did that one say? Oh, no problem. Should I launch without custom jewelry boxes and just buy plain jewelry from Amazon? I want to launch in July, but custom boxing. So you need something custom. So you know what? There's this one website. I think it's called Zazzle, Zazzle, and they make jewelry cards. Put your jewelry, get jewelry cards, put your items in there, and then those little plastic bags and sealing them in. That's inexpensive. You can get jewelry cards made. That's really inexpensive. You can get customized tissue paper off of Etsy. That's easy. You want something customized to give your customer that brand experience. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, if you order ribbon will get here by July. Personalized tissue paper, if you want to wrap it in like the plastic bags and then get custom tissue paper, fold it nice and neat, and then put a sticker on it. There's so many things, and I really want to do a master class on branding because I'm seeing a lot of like jewelry businesses. There's so many things that you can do inexpensively that will take your business to the next level, because people will be excited to share your business on Instagram because your packaging looks great. Your packaging looks thought out. So don't just think you're gonna do white boxes because your launch date is soon. There's so many other things that you could do. Let's see. Yeah. All right, guys. I think that's about it. You know where to find me. You can DM me. If you want me to do like an Instagram audit on your page, just let me know. One-on-ones, please book. And if you haven't gotten the ebook is about how to find good vendors on Alibaba. Do you still use boxes? No. Right now, like, because you have to think about it, the ribbons, like, so if you don't have, if you have more than 5 orders, ribbons aren't good. This, I put, because the ribbons were taking so much time, like, as I was starting to get maybe like 10 to 15 orders a day, I could not sit there and fold ribbons all day long. I have custom boxes, then I have the little postcard, then I have stickers that I seal my poly mailer with. So now I have other branding stuff. But the ribbons, it's 100 yards for $40, and it lasted so long. It maybe lasted me about 2.5, 3 months. So that's just an idea. The ribbon's an idea. Tissue paper would be a good idea. Jewelry cards are a good idea. You can design it on Zazzle. So there's plenty of things that you can do. Yeah, but no, I don't use the ribbons anymore. It's just too time consuming. All right, guys, that's it. I will talk to you guys later. Definitely hit me up. And you can check out my resources page if you need it. All right, talk to you later. Bye. How do I end this thing? I always have this problem.